So, how's it going tonight? Just tell me, did they like it or hate it, Unwise Tooth? Specifically, who from Team 4 Star? Was it Kaiser Neko? Oh! Why does Unwise Tooth never reply to me? He never replies to me. So how's the Friday been for everybody today, overall? What's your job, Savage Scott? Copywriter. Huh. What up? I read that as Battlefront 2 is having Papa Murphy's Pizza for dinner, and I was like, what? Battlefront 2 has a new sponsorship by Papa Murphy's. I'll go with Battlefront 2. Wait, the new Battlefront 2 or the old Battlefront 2? Did I uninstall that? I don't think I uninstalled that. I think I still have that installed. Man, I need a massage, I tell you what. I should play some more Battlefront 2. How are the servers, Lord Rager? Actually, are you playing on PC or console? I'll bet that the console version is more populated than PC. I never did play Jack and Daxter. I always wanted to. Well, guess we'll jump back into detention. Hopefully we'll finish it tonight. Unforgiving games, then why should I play it? It's like I just get pissed off. I'll tell you what's unforgiving. Gosh, I started Assassin's Creed Odyssey today. Frickin' A, man. There's this whole weird, like, bounty system where assassins will come after you. And it's, like, part of the storyline, and this assassin will come after you. Part of the story, and he's, like, 5 levels higher than me. I can't kill him. And he's freaking everywhere on the map, just hunting me down. Finally, I learned the Sparta kick, and I got him up onto a cliffside, just kicked him off the cliff and killed him. Frickin', man, he was pissing me off. Because I was like, trying to, like, take a camp out, a bandit camp or whatever, like, sneaking around, and suddenly here he comes, stalking me around the corner, and it's like, freaking leave me alone! Alright, so we're trying to get to a particular area. And I think... Ah! Scholar Cygnus, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you for the 2 months of support. I really appreciate you sticking around for that second month. Thank you. Appreciate your support, buddy. Scholar Cygnus. I think I need to get past this thing and then go up the stairs? Oh no. Go in this door. I'm gonna run out of air. Go! Say? The is all boarded up. I thought I said something weird. The is all boarded up. Well, this is new. Mr. Cow's room. What's on the door? It seems to have a bunch of Taoist talismans painted on it. Strange, it's not locked, but I can't open it. Paint thinner. This should be able to remove the talisman drawings. Why is there a knife stabbed in the table? Despite the rust, it still looks sharp. Utility knife. The table's a mess. Someone stabbed it repeatedly with a knife. Did Mr. Cow do this? Free calendar handed out by the township office. Every household has one. Poster of a famous celebrity. Country map, we have to memorize each province's name for geography class. Funny thing is, I'm not even familiar with our own little town. What's the point of knowing about the places that are so distant? Ignorant child. Should I throw the dice? But I've seen people doing it, and I think it requires 3 dice to play. So I do need 3 dice. The room smells like old alcohol and smoke. I am suffocating. A water bucket. Something's in there. Another die? Dark stains at the bottom of the bucket. That smell and the swarming bugs. Better stop looking at it or I might throw up. Toss the dice. What the frick? Whoa, what's this? Teeth? I thought I was holding dice. These numbers. No way, I am pretty sure those were dice when I threw them. What happened? After throwing the dice into the bowl, they turned into teeth? Are the numbers supposed to mean something? 3, 2, 3, or 6, 3. 6, 2, 3, Austin, for frick's sake. 6, 2, 3. What's that sound? The bowl came loose. Received a ceramic bowl. An essay from my sophomore year. When's the last time they updated this bulletin? Strange combination lock. I can't open it unless I know how to read these weird symbols. Oh my gosh.
So spooky.
Big B boss, thanks for the $5. Frickin' A, dude, that scared me. So, I don't know where to go now. How am I going to figure out what that note means? Or that symbol, those symbols. Why can I interact with him still? Whoa! Slit his throat. What? Why would you do that? I'm so sorry, I don't know what else to do. Why would you ever think to do that? Dead Mao. His eyes opened when you got the bowl of blood. What? No, it didn't. Hello? It totally didn't. You guys are full of crap. What? Did they really open? I looked away right when it happened. Wow. I blew it then. So there's really no reason to come this way. She sounds like me when I eat. So his eyes really opened after I slit his throat, huh? So I got a bowl of blood now. I don't know what to do with it. Why were his eyes open after cutting his throat? I don't know, maybe dumping the blood on this? I probably won't do anything. Yeah, I think so. Man! Hold still. It's all boarded up. Well, I got that knife as well. Oh, the knife went away after I slit his throat? Really? Man, I don't know where to frickin' go. I just need to use this bowl of blood on something. I have no idea what. Blood! Oh, right. I remember on that one singular desk. That's what I use it on, but I don't remember where that was. One of the classrooms has it. This is the bathroom, Austin. Yeah, I use it on that one desk. There's a one lonesome desk in one classroom that has like weird symbols that I couldn't make out. I'll bet if I dump the blood on it, I'll be able to see it or something. There it is. The blood sank into the marks. What can I use to print out the engravings? What? Making a print with a notebook. Alrighty then. I got it. Printed from the classroom desk, written the symbols and numbers from I Ching or the Book of Changes, an ancient Chinese divination text. Microcosm of the universe and a symbolic description of the processes of change. Alright. Now we can open that door up. first floor? Pretty sure that was the first floor. Alright. Six, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 6. Oh gosh, my brain ain't gonna process that. Wait, 5? No, that's not gonna help. 6, 2, 3. Oh, I can just sit and look, okay. Everything's boarded up. Henry Wolf, thanks for the follow. Holy frick. Oh my!
I'm having fun. Are you? On a serious note, hope you get the good streaming rig soon. Kilplix, Killply wood, Killply chair.
Bigby Boss, thanks for the $5. Gosh, that one gets me bad. Gee. Class schedule. This is not Japan, this is Taiwan. Counselor's office. It's locked. Oh! Holy effing frickin' moly! I swear this hallway wasn't this long before! I swear this hallway wasn't this long! Wait, is that the door? Oh no! This hallway got a lot longer than it usually was. Oh! Woo! Counseling record. Piece of ripped counseling record. Age 17th. Mother is a housewife. Negative. Troubled attitude. Constant tardiness. Gradually improving. Require follow-up. Encourage leisure activities such as reading. Signed by faculty members. Counselor Chang Ming Hui. Homeroom teacher Yin Sui Han. What is that? J. Rotk. Officer. Bai Guaofeng. Principal Shen Jin. Shengin. Okay. What the? My bed. I sleep much better on my own bed. Some creepy freaking music. It's quite foggy outside. I can barely see the roads. They say I should enjoy my youth, but I find it difficult. What happens after graduations? Where should I go? Will I end up like Mom? Stop. Oh, that's what that is. Their freaking parents are fighting in the other room. Sigh. Stop worrying so much, Ray. Life moves on regardless. Be hopeful. At least this weekend's going to be... Going to be what? Someone clean the desk up for me. Probably Mom. I feel like there's no privacy in this house. A well-built closet. It was part of my mom's dowry. What? Mom's throwing my stuff away without telling me? A quote is written on it. Remember, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I hate it when she does this. They're
I'm having fun. At.
Thanks for the $5, Biggie Boss. Let's have freaking Fist of the North Star. They're fighting again. Feeling a bit sleepy now. I should go back to bed. So that whole thing was a dream? I don't freaking get it. If a paper plane could whisk my dreams away from here, where would I wake up and find myself in a foreign... Where I could wake up and find myself in a foreign land to start a new life as a stranger to all. Oh, how wonderful that'd be. Am I gonna just be like a random person now? Command post, so this is the middle of the field? There's a lot of paper airplanes. Our flagpole stand. The ropes keep knocking it on the poles. What's over here? The field collapsed here. Everything's flooded into a river of crimson mud. There doesn't seem to be an end. Hey, do you need a poop? You just did poop. What? Meow. Quit biting me. Don't. No. Come on. Why are you being weird? You just want to be pet. There's a note on the desk. Hey by Wu Chang. Black and white and permanence. According to legends, they are two ancient officials. During a routine inspection, misfortune befell them, and they perished trying to protect one another. The Lord of the Dead, seeing their loyalty, appointed them the duty of messenger of death. It was then that the people who died would see them arrive to claim their souls. Are these my next encounters? We're suddenly not in Kansas anymore. Could be the Puppetry Club's workshop. Puppet theater on a hand-drawn cart. During summer break, the boys in class would use this as their battle tank. Unfortunately, they quickly broke the wheels. There's a note on the cart. Lantern Spectre. An illustration of the Lantern Spectre. If you chance upon a lantern spirit, avert your gaze and stand unmoving. When it comes near, still your breath. Do not panic, and it will keep on moving. Uh-oh. Wait, did it say not to look at it? Avert your gaze. I am from Taiwan. Cool. The glass beakers here are from our biology lab. They are each holding puppets inside. A large mass of puppets hanging from the ceiling. Did I check the chalkboard? Oh, there is no chalkboard. Okay. I don't want to stick my hand in there. A brick furnace. I remember back then, Mom said she burned spirit money to bless our health and good fortune. I always thought of it as closer to dealing with the devil. So burn money in here, apparently. Come from? Did I come from the left? No, I came from the right. Door's locked from the other side. This should lead to the atrium. Ugh! A kneeling figure with a wooden token on its back. Can't really tell who it is with the hood on its head. Wooden stalks and shackles, a bit of dried blood on the edges. Kneeling figure, there's some blood on its hood. This doesn't do anything. Temple's divine incense burner. Before we pray, Mom always lights 3 incense sticks. She tells the gods her name and birthplace, then launches into a spiritual drivel. She often lays her many problems and wishes upon them. Why does she not tell me, a real person? Instead, they fall upon a visible god. She's got the cell's empty. It smells like rotting plants. She's got the wrong mindset here. She just keeps thinking of her mom. Why does Mom do this? It's like, why would you be thinking something like that in this situation? Another kneeling figure. Who are these supposed to be? Spirit money. We are... Locked door. Holy frig! I don't really want to walk past this. Alright. Don't eat on me! Bird seat! Man, this is so Silent Hill. Like, in every right way, this is Silent Hill. Ah! Dunking Dingus just gifted a sub to J-Man1606. Thank you so much for gifting J-Man a sub. Speaking of gifted subs, listen. Speaking of gifted subs, we're still in September. It's October, obviously, but if you get gifted a sub, I think it's up till October like 20th or something. I don't know how long they're extending it for. If you get gifted a sub, you can resub to that person for $1. So, gift some subs if you'd like. And if you get gifted a sub, consider resubbing for a freaking measly $1. Because the person will get the full benefit of that resub. And it's only $1. I don't remember what they extended it to, but it's still going on right now. Oh, otherworldly spirits, I offer this spirit money to ask for your protection. The fire went out. The furnace suddenly gone cold. Is something in there? How can this be? It should have been reduced to ashes if it was inside. Feathered fan. Ah! I'm gonna hold my breath as I walk through this, because, fan made of feathers appears in the furnace after burning. I don't know why it was still intact inside. Now, I doubt this will work, but I'm gonna give it a shot since I'm here. I still got another floor I can look at, but I'm thinking about maybe fanning these incense. Maybe it'll reignite if I fan them, but I don't know. I'm doubting this is it, but it's just worth a shot. This doesn't do anything. Alright. Goes to the roof. The gate is locked. Roots are growing out of the, it seems. The door is... what? The door is completely blocked. Pungent mossy smell of pre-mates. Various films on this rack, they seem to be all tangled together. The film in the media room is here being projected from here. Our military education class often played political propaganda. The instructor always has a million things to say about whatever happens in the film. Are there any other films I can play? Ew. Unmarked grave embedded in the middle of the room? Shouldn't be anything buried underneath. There are 3 unlit incense sticks. Take incense. The grave of Wei Chung Ting? Alright, wait, he already... You killed... Yeah. Is the legacy of the deceased always just a mere rock? What? Oh, man. That is just the right creepy, I tell you what. The slogan reads, patriotism demands of us sustained sacrifice. When did all this writing appear? Snitcher. Is this about an informer? Oh my gosh, those images are perfectly creepy. Leave your death in the hands of others. I haven't saved it. That legit scared me. Holy F. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of air. When did I last save it? Oh my god. Wait, what? What the frick is this? There's an afterlife, apparently? Leonard's specter once roamed as a lingered. It now serves the unworldly dutifully. What? You remain unseen if your face is turned away. I know! So I don't have to hold my breath, I just have to look the other way. I thought it... Didn't it say that I have to hold my breath? Oh, when it comes near, still your breathe. Okay. So when it does that little look down thing, that's when you hold your breath. Okay, I get you. The distressed cries of the weak. When you find yourself powerless, you choose to harm those... What? I didn't read it in time. Oh, I still have all my items. Alright, game. That's generous. Speedrun tactic. Just die there and then I can come this... Well, it's probably not faster. Someone made a remake of PTN Game Joe. Otherwise, that's the freaking game that Kakari and Dino has been trying to hassle me to play. I do as Mom does with incense in hand, ignoring the kinds of prayers she'd prefer. I ask the gods only for a way to live as myself. How did you ignite the freaking incense? What was that sound? I'm gonna assume one of these gates opened. A kneeling figure. There's some blood on its hood. The prison gate is open. The wood token on the statue's back is loose. It's a statue? Wooden token taken from the figure in the basement cell. It's like a sword. What shall I use these on? Ginger, you won't leave me alone, will you? She's just making me pet her and pet her and pet her and pet her. Petter, 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 pitter, patter, pitter, patter. Where am I gonna go? Oh, I give these guys things. I don't know who has what, though. Oh, there you go. Chill air drifts inward. Copper statue of the president. It can be seen from almost anywhere in the school. Japanese built wooden building. The floors are always creaking. The teachers' offices are inside. The windows are covered in protective talismans. I have to pick up the receiver to dial. I don't know any numbers to call, so... There's nothing important on the bookshelves. This cabinet looks familiar. There's a key inside. Roof key. Yeah, Torrent 2 sequel, that's what I was thinking. I should give Lone Survivor another chance. Lone Survivor is pretty good, but I didn't play much of it. It has great music. Music room. There's a piano inside. It was probably last used during our freshman chorus competition. We have music class scheduled every semester. It's mostly used as a testing center, though. In the middle of the room hangs a bird cage. Puppet lights locked inside. It's got a hood on. I've never seen this style before. Huh. Oh, time to play the Max Payne theme. Thank you. Thank you. Just making my own songs here. I love how everything's been, it's like a legit tune. It's like... I'm a pianist now. Look who's the pianist around these parts. Wait, can I use my items on this? Use a key on it. That'll work. Man, I want to play the piano. Whoops. A metal door inside. There might be another way around. Oi! Man, he comes out of nowhere. Hey, wait a minute. What? I've been here. There's nothing important on the bookshelves. Wait, I'm going backwards? I'm going to the roof anyway. How do I get to the roof? Did I blow it? Did I miss something? Nah, just go to the roof. Oh, game! Click it! What? Who be you? Who you be? Who be boo be? Oh, he just jumped. Alright. See ya. Bloodstained film. Where's the film room? I wonder what's contained on this film. You can literally just peek through to see, but you gotta go to the other freaking room to find out, I guess. I'll bet this will open up that cage or whatever. Zero, 2, 5, 1, 2, 1. Okay. Remember that, Chad, because that's a pretty long number, actually. I don't know where I'd use that. I guess I'll go back to the teacher's school. Teacher's area. Maybe piano. No, maybe, I don't know. I don't remember where I'm going. Is this the right way? Holy frick, man. I'm completely forgetting where I'm going. This is the teacher's area, right? Can I stop petting you now, Jen? Good lord. I've been petting you for like an hour. Quit. You don't pull your freaking feathers out. What the frick was that? That was creepy sounding. Something out my window went. I think it was a car engine. Oh, the phone! What was the number, you guys? Zero. Before you call the number, have you tried Taiwanese emergency number 110? I don't know, let's try it. What made you think this would work? I just got an achievement. What made you think this would work? About 911. That wouldn't work in the... This is Taiwanese. Alright, so it was 025. Okay, I'm going to put the phone back down, by the way. Just to restart the sequence, just in case. Yeah, I picked up the receiver. Freaking Lord. 025. 121. Miss Fang, your country appreciates your assistance. What's left is only the dial tone. Got so many hands, you think you could open a door. Puppet picked up in the hallway dressed as a military policeman. It's holding a pistol in hand. So I never did come all the way over here, did I? No, I did. This loops around. Doesn't do anything. See, this doll's gonna dance for me and I'll play a tune for it. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my... Hello, my baby. Hello, hello, my welcome girl. Hallway light switch. can I interact with that? I have no idea what to do now. And no, I don't want to... Whoa, what? This is... Oh, whoa! A tree's grown through the wall. There are leaves all over the room. Moss grows on the door and windows. You're not going to comment on the faces. No comment on the faces, I guess. Okay. On the table are some broadcasting equipment. The speakers are emitting a small staticky sound. You can almost hear whispering. Large 8-track player. It's usually used for school broadcasts. The power's connected. Do I just need to stick an 8-track tape in? It should be used to switch tracks. Each tape usually has 4 tracks recorded on it. I've never been in this room. I'm getting lost. I don't think this is that complex, but boy oh boy am I lost. Wait, so I can go this way or this way? The door's been unlocked. A wooden puppet theater. I see it often when we visit the temple. There seems to be a couple of props on the theater. Climb the ladder up and take a look. Hey look, there's Way. Highway. This scene, is it trying to remind me of something? This doesn't do anything. Balloon, please. Alright. Seems to be something stuck in the tree. I receive an 8-track tape. Here's a question. Who all in chat has actually used an 8-track player? I'll bet you not many of you have. My parents used to have one when I was younger. You'd put them in. It's like a cassette tape, really. Too dark to see anything. Ah, that's where that light switch was there. That got me good. This is gonna tell me what tune to play on the piano. One of these tracks are.
稳正。是啊，种同学啊是。
Where's the Taiwan fellow? What are they saying?
啊，你万岁点政府才来啊！啊，你是要读什么书啊你啊？哈？看老师你要叫我读什么书，要我就读什么书讲。
Oh, great. Someone clip this, please. I will legit need to hear this over and over again. Someone clip that, right? Oh, it's gonna be playing over the intercom. Alright, well I don't need a clip then, if it's just gonna keep playing for me. Well, play it for me, dang it! Did someone clip it? Did anybody clip it? This is gonna take me like a year. I'm not joking. He's with $2. I'm so awful at puzzles. A metal sound comes from somewhere in the room. Ah! Alright. I got an applause at least. Cage door is open. Inside a puppet. Take it out. A detached twisted hand. Fingerprints completely rubbed off. You want a notebook? You want a thing? Oh, there's not a save in here. It's a famous song in Taiwan, huh? Alright. Thanks for the key. Basement key. I don't remember a locked door down here. So, well, there you go. Oh, we're gonna see what really happened. Wait, thanks for doing this for me. Not at all, I'm always willing to help if you ask. Though I'm sorry to have to drag you all the way here to my classroom. It's okay, my classroom has individual studies now. It'd be a bother if we were there. You're sure nobody else knows about these meetings, right? Of course, miss. Absolutely not. Hey, you need a book, don't ya? One thing, though, this book list is quite sensitive in material. Please be careful with it. Boop. So this is just a wild guess. Like, I'm sure it's not the case. I think that she's a snitch, and she's been, like, ratting out people for being traitors or whatever, you know, these obsessed people that are, you know, on lockdown, etc. She's ratting out these people, and all these spirits are mad at her for ratting out everybody. That's just a very out there theory. Yes, thanks for the reminder. I know reading these books could be trouble, but it should be our freedom to pursue knowledge, right? Yeah, I'm with you on that. In fact, I think Miss Yin also said something like that before. I think you're just like her. You're both courageous and talented. You think we're alike? I can't compare to her. Anyways, she's the principal's daughter, and they're known to be a family of successful scholars. It's okay, I believe she thinks highly of you. I remember she gave your work a nice compliment once. She said, "Strengthen thy wings, the sky's the limit." She really said something like that? Hey, let me ask you a question. I see Miss Ying and Mr. Chang chat a lot. Do you maybe know what kind of relationship they have? A paper bag left behind by Wei. I've been weak, but you once told me the pen is mightier than the gun. Proper use, I could use this unassuming list to practically destroy those in my way. Don't eat on me! Ginge, just spit it all out. You don't get a mouthful of seeds and then fly onto my shoulder. I'm walking slowly. Something's gonna happen. Is she gonna kill somebody? Because she's like obsessed with the teacher or something? Like, she just straight up a weird killer? Gee, I wonder what I'm supposed to do here. Miss Yin? What are you doing over here? As a teacher, I always showed concern for students who are a little rebellious. Remember what you did? What? Have you forgotten? Or do you not want to remember? You're just a harmless piece of paper, right? Instead, I had to die. He had to die, and many other students had to die. Was it you? You just keep causing me trouble. You're driving me crazy. Sometimes when you trip up, you're never able to get back up again. How dare you? This is all because of you. You ruined everything. If you had a problem, why couldn't you have come to talk to me instead? Shut up. If you were... Whoa! 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 Wow! 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 I didn't do that. Full disclosure, I didn't do that. If you weren't here, all would be well. The slow walk to victory. Justice Chang Huang. Mom likes to bring all her worries and current concerns to you, something I think is fruitless, but sometimes there's no one else to look to for help. My hands together in silent prayer, here are my questions. The question is, what is the question? I, Fang Rei Shin, invoke your guidance. Ask about love. Will I be able to live a simple life with loved ones and family? Yin Po, the crying answer. Do not seek what cannot be. Ah, this was just a humble request. You can be so cruel. Then I also ask about about prospects. Will I be able to live life by my choices, and follow my heart down my own path? Yang Po, the laughing answer. So, I can only face reality obediently, and wait until God knows when. Do I have any other choice? About family. Will my parents who quarrel and fight have a second chance together? Yang Po, the laughing answer. You cannot cry over spilled milk. Is that so? But that was my family. My mom and that person. We used to smile and laugh together. Do I ask for too much? Is life just a never-ending bitterness? Or is it all just me? Divine answer. So, it is because of me. Youth is hardly ever given a choice, pushed through the grind until their innocence fades away. I become a wooden horse on the carousel of life, a jumbled mess of lifeless emotion. Infused with frantic energy, I spin ever faster. You ain't going down there. Who would put it on Whisper FM? A radio? Seems like a station. So it seems like the static in the room is coming from this. Maybe I can get something if I tune it a bit. You drive me crazy, crazy, me crazy, me crazy. Really? The atmosphere in the room's changed. Oh. Ceramic piggy bank. Ceramic. Broken up for one's desires. The room's upside down, I just realized. There's a puddle of clear water on the ground. Whoa! Someone's walking. Probably not want to follow him. Oh! What the? What the? What the what? Okay. It's too dark to see anything. Gosh dang it. That's unpleasant. I'm actually a fan of this kind of music. Where would you find? Where would you like go to like listen to this type of music? Milan, tell me, where do I go to find this kind of music? So that's locked? And I don't have anything to unlock it. Okay. Was there anything beyond that? I don't think that there was. Oh, I guess I can go to static to go back to this room. No? Uh-oh. Wait, what? I'm not going back to the other room now. Oh, okay. Big round eyes waiting to be fed. Someone's home. There's no way to go into the past anymore. I feel like Mom's always been a traditional housewife. She doesn't complain even when wronged. I really don't like that. Back then, besides the New Year's, Dad never drank at home. I miss the days when he had jokes and stories to tell. Can't see anything out the window. Where else could this be? Glass juice cup. Pictures of Mom, Dad, and I. The eyes have been rubbed off. Ew. What's this supposed to mean? Filled glass cup. You think that's for a clock? So one's 3:30 and another's 7:30. 3:30 and 7:30. Remember that, chat. 3:30, 7:30. Strange quote on the door. Meet the right person at the right time. Remember 3:30 and 7:30, chat. Whoa! 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 Jeez. So she lives in an abusive home. That's nice. Want a drink? I don't really think there's anything else here for now. I don't get it. Was Static Estate like a room? No. There's only two other rooms. There's only two rooms then. Is there a clock somewhere that I missed? There's no way to go to the past anymore. Yeah, well, how about a clock somewhere? I don't know what to do. Chatty Magoo. 75 bits from Weird Alkif. Weirdo Kiff. Weirdo Kiff. Now the room's different. What? I don't get it. What makes it change? Is it depending on if the light's on or off? I still don't know what to do about this room. Oh. Why? What did that do? Oh, it tells me what door to go in. Lovely. Man, this game nails the freaking creepiness. Ah! Ad for private investigation. Husband cheating? Come home late? We specialize in tracking people. This looks like an ad from a PI firm. Back then, laying in bed, I could hear Mom and Dad chatting through the walls. They had such a bond back then. I don't know when their idle chatting turned into deafening silence. Later, Dad only came home when he got roaring drunk. Mom always huddled in a corner trying to hide her tears. Wait. 3:30 and 7:30, right? Am I wrong? No, it was 8:30. Were they swapped? .30 and 7:30 are not working. It looked like this one could have been maybe this instead. Because the left was definitely 3:30. Neither of these are working. Try swapping it, so like this one's 3:30. Doesn't make much sense, but we'll try it, I guess. Maybe it was 8:30, maybe it was darn. Guys, don't speak your language, I'm very sorry, but I don't speak Taiwan, I'm afraid. A lot of Taiwan fellows in chat, but don't speak your language, guys. Oh, the pictures were rotated! You're freaking right! Milan just gave it away, 6:45, 1 o'clock. Hey, by the way, don't spoil the game for me there, please, Milan. Try not to tell me what to do. Try to let me figure it out before you tell me what to do, alright? If I ask for help, then please, you can give me tips and stuff, but don't give me the answer straight up like that, please. One day, Dad came home inebriated and tripped at the front door. I couldn't stand seeing him on the ground all the time, so I went over to give him a hand. Beside the stench of smoke, there was another smell, a faint smell of powdered makeup. The teacher's desk, on it are plenty of assignment papers. I didn't really get anything out of these, any items. Oh, okay, there's nothing here. There's literally nothing here. Hello? What? Gotta be missing something, right? Literally nothing here. Huh. Alright. Guess this will just trigger the next event, right? I suppose. Huh. Wait, did that? Let's just check this. Alright. That's weird that this room was just nothing. That's so weird that this room is nothing. Huh. Alright, we'll head back then. I wonder why she walks so slow in this room, too. Yeah, I'm just gonna go change the radio station. Oh, that door's probably open in here that said that it needed to... That's right. This door is going to be open now. I still don't get that teacher room that was just completely devoid of anything. Jeez, aesthetic change. It's like Ori and the Blind Forest now. I've received your paper plane. I was truly worried you were still having trouble at home. But it looks like my concern was slightly unfounded. Like the white daffodil, you are innocent, vain, and candid in nature. Perched aside a pond in Snow White, admiring your reflection. Being different from others can be a tough way to live. But I think I can understand that feeling. You said you want to learn more about my time abroad? All I can say right now is that my past is rather complicated. Unfortunately, many horrible things have happened on this land in the last decade. Believe it or not, our society wasn't always like this, oppressive and cold. Perhaps we should take a stroll down the boulevard on the weekend. There are things our censored textbooks don't mention, but are definitely worth knowing. I think she had a crush on that teacher. That's why she shot that other teacher. The female teacher. She shot her because she was jealous. Toss my worries out and give your guidance. Radio station. New radio station, 103.0. Yeah, I really like this kind of music. I'm just a fan of it. It's very pleasant. Very, very pleasant music. Whatever this style is called. This has got to have a style. Like something. Like some sort of genre. Like classical Asian music or something like that. Taiwan, Japanese, Chinese. What the frick? I guess I just need to have a reflection. I guess that's what I'm going for. I need to have a reflection at all times or something. Heck if I know what's going on in this one. Follow the shadow in the dark, and then you will be closer to the truth. Follow the shadow in the dark. Do I not need when you have a freaking reflection then? Oh, lordy. Oh. No, follow the shadow in the dark. Huh? Oh, no. Oh, I see. Okay, I get you. So I go to this one. Maybe I don't see. Oh, no. I don't understand. I'm trying to follow the shadow. He's going this way, but now he's going that way. Which way? Hello? What did the thing say? Holy crap, dude. Follow that shadow in the dark. Then you will be closer to the truth. I can't follow him when he's running the opposite way of me. I think what I need to do is just have it switched. I don't know. Look, he's going this way, so I figure, okay. But now he's going... Maybe I need to turn this one on? I don't think the shadow changes, though. He does the same... Oh, he's not there now. Oh. Oh. Nothing. What? This ain't doing jack all. Jack off. I mean, jack all. Okay. So it's this one. Now it's this one. Oh. Frick. I think we're onto something here. But the thing is now there's none. There's no reflections. Dang it. I don't get it. He goes away after I activate those two. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the solution. Yeah, we solved it. Yeah, door's totally open now. I don't understand, man. I don't understand, man. Stand, man. There's no frickin' Dark Man reflections after those two. There's just none. The only Dark Man that has reflection. Oh, he's not there now. What the frick? This doesn't make sense, man. Okay. And that will tell me to go to this one. This doesn't make sense. Following him? Following him. Wait, I can't follow him because he's going that way and then he goes that way. See, this one doesn't make sense. He just goes the opposite way of where I go. Oh, wait, what? I think I got it. Oh! Wasn't even that hard. I'm an idiot. father's study is always neat and tidy. He always gave off an air of seriousness with a little bit of his own humor. I drew this when I was little. It was always kept, even when we moved the furniture around. A coin. Put that in the piggy bank. Theater ticket counter. Door shut tight. So I'm gonna need a ticket. Oh, I see. So the coin will be put in this one. And then the other one will reveal the ticket. Who are you yelling at? Movie ticket. Someone link me YouTube vid track. Someone link me like these songs. These specific 2 songs. I want these 2 specific songs. I demand it. It's upside down. The other room is. Wait, where am I going? Hello? Oh, radio station. 103.5, The Arrow. That's actually a radio station in Utah. It's a station that's been around since I've been a kid. It's like the station we always listened to when I was young. 60s, 70s, and 80s. Classic rock. 103.5. If George Dragdvork was here, he could confirm. Whoa! Good day and welcome. We hope you enjoy your movie. Boy, I hope it ain't the new Predator movie. Whew, that was a bad one. What? I already had that pendant. Oh no, I guess I didn't have it, did I? It kind of went away. Oh!
Have a good night, Austin.
Hey, thanks for the bits, man. Weirdo Kiff. Thanks for the $5 in bits, man. Appreciate that. Has anyone seen Venom yet? I don't think anyone's gonna go see Venom, to be honest with you. Ah! A note on the floor. Search warrant. Uh-oh. A search warrant issued by the district court with a list of public officials involved in a bribery scheme. When I went home that day, Father had already been taken away. I asked Mom what happened. She quietly replied, "Dad got his hands dirty, but he'll live." Hearing this, I felt as if she was smiling underneath. Assignment book. Reasonable excuse to enter the counseling office. Well, there you go. Was it this one? Wait, was it? Gosh dang it. It's the needle room. Duh. What's with the fishes? This kid's got issues. Gotta tell you, she's got issues. Acid confirmed for bad taste. Teacher's desk, on it are plenty of assignment papers. Miss Fang, the counseling process is near its end. I'm glad you're back on track. And hopefully won't be needing me anytime soon. If there isn't anything else, you should return to class now. I still have plenty of assignments to look at. Literally, you're the... No, you're not. I was gonna say, you're literally the first person to say they liked... Actually, I don't know if I know anybody that liked the Suicide Squad. This bird is baked. Wait, what did I get? It's over. No matter what's been written on here, there's only farewell. I don't know what I'm doing now. What do we have in our inventory here? I don't know what rooms would use what right now. Whoa, what? Okay. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back. It's Chairplix time! Yeah. Chat, do you feel blessed? Do you feel blessed? Ugh. Wait, what? Dot 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 dot. Glass cup of nauseating color overflowing with a stench of human corruption. Plates and cups clash against the walls as father's voice roared through the halls. After a series of curses seething, all that's left is mother weeping. Our family was once sweet together, healthy and caring when we gathered. That didn't rhyme. And now, every night, a restless sleep, every morning hard to wake, so it goes on day by day, the anguish digs ever deep. Doki Doki Literature Club, here we come. I was shattered into countless pieces, mirroring the crumbling of a familiar world, in a state of ceaseless decay, plunging to a river of despair, floating in limbo for the rest of our days. Anticipating when we meet, footsteps over quick and slight, roaming through a neon forest, scrolling past the dazzling lights. I've become a little dark, brushing past the pretty flowers, chasing all the playful butterflies that glide merrily by your side. I've been an actor in our play long before the curtain's risen, being held as ever-comforting, longing for your love embracing, listening to your many whispers, feeling each other's tranquil breathing. The white deer walked into my grasp. What a pleasant surprise, what a turn of fate, I want to keep this moment in my palms for eternity. All of a sudden, we stopped meeting. You became distant, bitterly cold. Then the sun could melt air around you, freezing instantly, and my frozen body's beating hard with each pulse tearing itself apart. Again, I'm left in abject solitude in a house that I call home, in a space that I call school. A walking corpse whose mind without a sense of loss that's drowned with doubt. Cheng Ming Hui, we need to talk about this. Miss Yin, it's not necessary to raise your voice like that. Why can't I? What were you thinking going after a child like that? Child? I was already studying abroad at her age. She's old enough to know what she wants. So what now? Will you lead her down this forbidden path? She only needs a push in the right direction, not for you to wrap your arms around her. This is our private matter. It's none of your business. How is it not? You're stuck in your little romance. Did you forget about us? So that's what happened. Okay. He had a little thing with a student. The two teachers had a thing. Student killed teacher. In jealousy. We were already in the same boat, don't you forget. painful recollection. My soul is shattered into pieces. When I cannot put myself back together and forget everything, I open my eyes and welcome a barren world. Do you like barren worlds, children? Do you want to sing a song about barren worlds? Who was that? What the frick? Chat, what the frick? Chat, what? She's a ghost now? I guess this is like present day now, in modern day. This is like a rundown school. Abandoned. Clearly. What's in here? Oh! Okay. Didn't expect that, but alright. Our life would vanish, but not our guilt. I am you, yet you are not me. It's the sin that makes you linger in this realm. Memories like mirrors reflecting the true likeness of your soul. In a world full of pain and suffering. Famation, what do you fear the most? Losing family, losing my life, losing myself. Clearly, losing her family is what she freaking freaks out about the most. What? Now I'm her? What the frick? What the frick? Frick the what? Yeah, how long is this game? Good lord. Thought I'd have beaten it by now. The way forward is the path to your past. However, the road ahead has crumbled. Lead me anywhere and I will follow you like a shadow. What the F, guys? Like, nothing makes sense. Porthouse is broken, can't get in. This is the most nonsensical game yet, man. The sliding door is wrapped in barbed wire. What? That's past me. I guess if I go back in that door, that the other person will be on the other side of that chasm. Jinjo, look at this mess. Look at the mess. Yeah, I'm just gonna vacuum tomorrow. Screw it. Are you all like on permanent molt? You're always molting, I swear. No, the shadow's gonna follow me now, but I don't want her to. I want her to stay over there. That's not gonna work. Well, how about you go there? That doesn't work either. I would think you go downstairs to stop the shadow. Huh? Man, I don't even know. I don't even know what the frick, man. I've got zero clue as to what I'm supposed to be doing right now. What is my objective? Wait, it's you again. Chat. Well, this particular phantom can't go anywhere. She is stuck in this particular spot. She can't go to the school. I don't think it's all blocked off and derelict. And she can't go that way. So I can't do anything as a spirit. Spirit, spirit. Some people fear it. Spirit, spirit. Some people just won't go near it. Is that Way? Who can be calling at a time like this? No, that's her. Oh, so you just go around like that. Remember when you enrolled? So full of passion, participating in every school activity, showing off your academic abilities, grabbing the attention of your peers and teachers. Then, things took a turn for the worse at home. All the attention quickly turned into unwanted scrutiny, so you chose... to escape? Yeah, I'd say yeah, wow, I don't know. What did she do? I mean, grim acceptance. Oh, she did all of these, honestly. I say escape. The world is immeasurably vast. There is always a place to hide. You are me. To play video games. This place is completely lifeless. Even ideas are buried here. Ah, book burning, the classic. Remember to thoroughly destroy each book and add spirit mode to throw them off. There can't be any intact book pages, or else this would be for naught. Hey, Wei? You're closer with Miss Yin. I heard that she had to flee the country overnight. Is that true? I'm not sure. She never said anything about leaving. Unlike Miss Yin, we don't have the connections to guide us to safety. Aren't you afraid? Well, actually, what bothers me the most is, do you know how the reading list got leaked out? Stop asking questions. I am as clueless as you. Let's just hurry up and finish this. We don't want to get caught. A written verdict from court. Torn piece from the verdict. Chang Minghui, district-level educator, is found guilty with students Wei and others of collusion with communist forces. Chang Minghui is to be put to death after a court ruling. Wei Chongting pleads guilty to affiliation with communist forces, reading of prohibited text with rebellious and corrupt thoughts, will be sentenced to 15 years jail time. Would you quit? Who is this guy? The bonfire of hope is almost depleted, diminishing in the wind. Some of the book contents might conflict with your everyday thoughts, but this material will help you engage in reflective and independent thinking. Well, let's call it a day. So the teacher gave these books to the students. I do want to remind you all again to never mention the book club to anyone else. For that might put yourself and others in great danger. And Wei, I'd like to ask you a favor. Yes, Miss Yin. Is it about the new books? I've already given the list to Mr. Chang. He said the shipping company won't help us anymore, but he'll figure something out. The government is enforcing restrictions on all imports. Soon the book club might come to an end. Miss Yin, why are you things like this? I'm sorry, Wei. There's nothing I can do either. Oh, just one more thing before you go. Mr. Chang never brought us any of these books in the first place, right? Ha! I know I can always count on you. Blacklisted to return home for burial. Half a century in exile, blacklisted to return home for burial. During the period of martial law, Miss Yin Sui Han was a wanted political fugitive. She was lucky to evade arrest and left the country only to be blacklisted. She traveled the world fighting for human rights and freedom of expression, but unfortunately died of lung cancer at the age of 50. Her last wish was to be able to return to her hometown. Now this wish can be achieved with the lifting of martial law. Oh, I see. This is freaking the teacher, the head. What's his head? Chang, right? This is Chang. Years later, he's returned to the school to reminisce or whatever, pay his respects, reflect on everything. This is like many years later, and she's a ghost, and he's reflecting on everything that has happened. The door is barred by a broom. There's a note on top of it. Snitcher. Remove the broom. Ooh, the plot of this is pretty freaking juicy. So she's just like trapped in like freaking hell, limbo, experiencing all this crap in the afterlife. So I think it was like I think she ratted everybody out of jealousy. Time and fear forcing herself to breed hatred, who knew that she would take that leap and leave this world behind? Nary a last word because of fear, remorse, the reason remains undecided. I was left with a blur of confused thoughts spiraling through my mind when I saw the sunlight again. Things had changed drastically. My loved ones and teacher went to a higher place. She was buried in an unmarked grave, leaving me a decrepit man. So she killed herself as well. Dang, man. So she's just like re-experiencing all the crap that happened. You know, like a warped reality in the afterlife. There's a note on a card. Oh, that might turn that light on. Hey, Dragdvork, you missed me talking about 103.5, The Arrow. I'm sure you know what that is, right? Wait, what? Oh, I can talk to it. Because I had to tune into a radio station, 103.0. Acting. Hey, no poop in there. I heard you doing the poopy dance. Don't you dare. Poop. Oh, you already did, didn't you? You freaking did it. You dropped it. You dropped the bomb. I don't see any poop, but my floor's so dirty I can't tell. Acting immediately on one's determination. This is the philosophy he believed in. That someone should take fate into their own hands. With you following him, what ideas do you hold? Take hold of your destiny. Live a laid-back life. Submit to one's fate. Take hold of your destiny, I suppose. That is a charming thought. So life has gained a goal. Next to him, you found yourself. You are me. You're me. I'm you. We're we. No matter how many times this replays, nothing can be unwound. You can never redeem yourself. Yeah, she snitched. There she is snitching. Instructor by. This is the book list I mentioned before. I knew it. I was right. My very early predictions was on point. I found it on our teacher's desk. Miss Fang, the country appreciates your assistance. She freaking ratted them out. Killed herself afterwards. Did you think finding something to rely on would starve off your fear? One day, however, he was gone just like that. You've lost everything you can depend on. What choice will you make now? Quietly accept this time. Just accept it, girl. You're a snitch. You caused the death of a teacher. No, wait. Who was sentenced to death? Oh, Chang Ming was put to death. Wei wasn't put to death. Wei was put in prison. So the student Wei was in prison. Chang, the teacher, was put to death. So I guess this is Wei. This is Wei many years later reflecting on everything. Coming back to this abandoned school. Probably like just getting out of prison after 15 years. You'd think Wei would be the one dead since you slit his throat in your freaking... I guess that's just symbolic of her betraying him. Should have stabbed him in the back or something. So she never actually killed anybody. Well, I mean, she did, indirectly. But then she killed herself out of guilt. Like, in the school? Memories are like a mirror reflecting the true likeness of your soul. Someone explained the plot to me. I missed the whole game. Well, that's your problem. You're gonna have to just Google it, man, and read up the plot. Just really, like, Detention story. Maybe you still want to forget. Maybe you're still afraid. This was a freaking great game, man. Like, I was kind of, like, zoning out near the end, but then once the plot started to come together, I'm like, oh! I love when the plot comes together like that. Facing your own aspirations, but not confessing the truth. I am you. Yet you are not me. Constantly cycling over and over with only the river Sanzu at the end of your journey. Yet the knot of sin still lies unsolved. The bridge leading to Paramita lies in collapse. So the Requiem with a warm crescendo welcomes you once again. This is your hell. So this girl did a bad thing. Essentially, yes. She freaking snitched on people that got them killed, essentially. Out of jealousy, because she had a thing going for her with a teacher. Ah, there's how she killed herself. That's why everything kept revolving around her. She hung herself here. Okay. And out of guilt, she hangs herself on stage. That's why frickin' Wei was hanging here when you slit his throat. And we'll use the noose. Hey, Ginge. How about you don't? It's not a rope. What? Stop spoiling it for one. What do you mean that's not a rope? And this is not a bird. Austin got the bad ending as usual. What? There's a good ending? How could you get a good ending? It's a very linear game. Oh, was I not supposed to use the rope there or something? Well, whatever. It's sin you didn't click it. Oh. So I would have got a different ending if I had done something different there. Let's watch all the alternate endings, huh? Man, that's a freaking great game, dude. Like, the start was so strong. That starting was a freaking, like, such a strong start. Man, that was a strong start. And then it started to get a little... It started to lose me there towards the end. But once the plot unraveled, I immediately dived back in and it hooked me once again. Poop! There, Jinjo. That was so... And I love how you start out as Wei, thinking you're the main character. But then it switches. That was so good, dudes. Dudes, that was a good game. Here, Janelle. Alright, let's watch the alternate endings, huh? I can't on phone? You can't click links on your phone? What? Detention. All endings. Bad ending, good ending. 14 minutes? How many? So there's only 2 endings, apparently? Sin. Life ends, but sin is permanent. In silence, I await my curtain call. So you have to look at it to get that other ending? Or is this just the ending that I got? Well, it doesn't matter. This is literally the same thing as if I played it. This is just faster because I can fast forward it. So this is the ending I got. Wait, what? When does this happen? How do you get this, I wonder? Yellow paper plane. From the white deer to my white daffodil, fate holds us part, so let us meet again in another life to our freedom. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody Chang Ming Hui. You are suspected of spreading anti-government propaganda, smuggling banned books, and organizing illegal gatherings. The court has already obtained the necessary evidence. We now arrest you on the grounds of rebellious activities. Do not resist on pain of death. I mean, you're gonna kill him anyway. Oh, if you get all the answers correct, I see. Looks like it will be difficult to escape this time. Fine. Take my head so that I may join my brothers and sisters in death. Sigh. Why? Fly. Aren't people born to live freely? To think openly, to speak their minds without restriction or fear. Freedom of belief, love, and self-realization. Being with you was a happiness of the simplest and purest kind. I couldn't help but think. When we could be hand in hand, living an untroubled life. But in the end, this is only a fool's dream. I am too vain like the daffodils, fixated on my grandiosity. The world is not ready for me, the likes of us. Daffodils died by a river of crimson blood, decaying rust-like into the void. And there's Wei. Oh, you play as him here, huh? A certificate of amnesty. Wei Chengting. Type of pardon, amnesty. Crime declared invalid. Yep. It's Wei out of prison, finally. Thought I would rot in jail. I didn't expect to live past martial law. People say I'm a victim of politics. My crime was written off, but my youth is long past. Something lost that can never be regained. Man, that would suck so bad. My son, Chongting. Even though I witnessed a sickness and death on a daily basis, this still fills my heart with grief. Your mother's disease was utterly untreatable. I can only hope she died without worry, without pain. A person's body can be physically locked up, but your mind is always free to go where it pleases. Father hopes you can still get some peace of mind in the situation. Stay warm, stay safe. Your father, Jackson. Jiaozhen. Eventually, Mother still passed away. Father didn't take it well and had to take a break from his clinic work. His written words were spirited and calming. They supported me during my darkest days. Torn pieces from the verdict. Cheng Minghui, district level educators found guilty with students' wave, others collision with communists. This is the same thing. 15 years of my life were taken away by a piece of paper. I can still clearly remember when the military police came knocking and carried me off in front of my mother. Little did I know That was the last time I would see her face. Half a century in exile, blacklisted to return home from burial. During the period of martial law, Miss Yin Zui Han was a wanted political fugitive. She was lucky to evade arrest and left the country only to be blacklisted. I read this already. She traveled the world fighting for human rights. Yeah, died at 50. After being released from jail, I haven't had any contact with Miss Yin. I couldn't believe it at first, but I heard she had passed away abroad due to lung cancer. Like with my mother, only after seeing her ashes with my own eyes, was I able to realize I had lost a familiar part of my heart forever. That time and fear forcing herself to breed hatred, who knew that she would take that leap and leave this world behind? Nary a last word, because of fear, remorse, the reason remains undecided. I already read this, but yeah, he's talking about, what's her name? What is even my character's name? I was left with a blur of confused thoughts spiraling through my mind when I saw the sunlight again. Things had changed drastically. My loved one's teachers went a higher place. She was buried in an unmarked grave, leaving me a decrepit man. It doesn't matter what I was feeling back then, only pain and sadness remain. Her name was Ray. Yeah, that's right. Metal lodging. Alas, to be demolished, all to be demolished. Barred from the heavens and hampered from the underworld. Wait, what? Alone and wandering forever, she goes. Whoa, this lady knows what's going on with her. Pitiful. Some old lady knows the fate of Ray. Knows about her spirit wandering the world, or the school forever. Man, that is such an awesome premise. Gosh, I love that premise. And we played through... Gosh, that's so cool. Doesn't matter what I was feeling back then, only pain... Yeah. Why'd you do that? Wish I'd gotten this ending. But I would have had to answer everything right. Of course I didn't. Time, it rots everything away. Even I cannot hide from it. Yeah, see, you were seeing him doing this. As your as Ray's spirit, you were seeing, like, Ray wandering around here. Gosh, I love this game. I freaking loved this game. I love this game, man. This was so good. What did you miss clicking, Yuki? Skip? What? So it was all his fault, essentially. He confided in her and let her know about the books. So in a way, well, I mean, it's not his fault, obviously. But he let her know about the secret book club. Wow. game, man. I love that story. I love that story, man. What a fantastic frickin' story. Well told as well. Gosh, that's cool. That is so good. Killed herself in guilt, was just trapped in the hellish world of that school, experiencing it over and over and over again, just in some warped realm. That's good. I love that game. That was fantastic. Love it. She jumped from the top floor. How do you know she did? What do you mean, why was Way there? He just got out of prison for 15 years. And he went back because that place was being demolished. And he wanted to just, like, reflect on everything. Regret. Lament. Reminisce. Of course he went there. Oh yeah, you see her jump. That's right. That's right. Look at this fluffy bird. Look at this fluffy little fluffy bird. Look how fluffy he is. He looks so chubby, fluffy. It's also time for bed for Jinjo. Alright, guys. That was fantastic. Great game. Great freaking game. Hey, thanks for tuning in tonight and experiencing that amazing story with me. I hope you guys were, hope most of you were here last time too to watch the whole thing, because it's so good when you just experience it all. Man, that was a good game. That was so good. I'm almost considering, like, I probably wouldn't do well. I was thinking about uploading it as a playthrough on my YouTube channel. Probably wouldn't do too well. I don't know, maybe it would. Think about it. Thanks for the support, guys. Appreciate you for hanging out with me, chatting with me. And again, the support. Weirdo Kiff Bits, Drop Dragon Bits. Acid Addict, thank you for the donations. Big B Boss, thank you for the donations. Hey, Duncan Dingus, thank you for gifting that sub to J-Man. Big B Boss donated it. I already said that, I think. And Scholar Cygnus resub for 2 months. Don't chirp in the mic, Jinjo. Alright, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, alright? I might do an afternoon stream. I think I will. Stuff could happen and I won't, but I think I'm planning on doing an afternoon stream as well. So we'll do a double stream tomorrow afternoon and the usual time in the evening. So just keep an eye on my Twitter. Hey, follow me on Twitter, alright? If you want to know anything that's going on in my life, curious anything, I tweet it. So follow me on Twitter. I'll also tweet out when I go live. You can also join the Discord down below. I post that when I go live as well. But hey, you guys have a good night, alright? What a game. Love that game. Hey, good night. And, don't be a snitch. Or you'll, kill yourself and live in a hellish world of living the same thing over and over again.